Hello, Quantum Creators, welcome to my channel. I want to talk today about detachment. This is a skill. The way I see this is a skill we can train, a skill that requires courage, requires love. And I want to share a story. That's something that happened to me in the past. And that was one of my most, I have many of these stories, but this is a very specifically fun example. So that's why I want to share it. I want to share my understanding of the situation and how I'm working on every day on this to kind of get it back because I feel, as I say, it's a skill, and if we don't train it or we are not aware, we might lose it for a bit. But yeah, we all have access because this is inside ourselves. As you can see, I'm wearing this beautiful hat. The hat, I got it yesterday from a coworker. She told me, Linda, do you like this hat? Because I'm about to throw it away. I don't like it. And I say, yes, I love it. It's perfect for my YouTube video tomorrow. I want it. And then I remember the story about hats and how I always get hats somehow. Somehow no, because specifically one day, about 10 years ago, I detached from one hat that I love. And since that day, hats have been coming to me in the most crazy ways without asking for them, maybe getting them in a bingo or from a friend, from a coworker, or from whatever reason. I go swimming, I find a hat, it just hats all over the place. It's really, really funny. So yeah, the story with the hat, they had to start like this. About 10 years ago, I was in Brazil, and I was spending day with my best friend and her sister. So her sister, they are approximately the same age, and we used to like share our clothes. And I had this hat, specifically this hat that I loved. I may share pictures at the end of the video. So yeah, it was a band hat, so like yellowish, feminine. It was like a cap, but it was very feminine. It has some yellow flowers, orange, and I don't know, it was sports and feminine. And back in the time, it's not like today that I had Amazon and I was close to the US and I can buy all kind of merchandising. Back in the time, well, those stuff were a little more scarce. And this hat had been already a gift from a friend I met traveling. And she was really nice and she gave me the hat. And I used to love it like every day. I used to love this hat. I used to love this hat that few months I was there in Brazil. But then my sister's best friend, because we were like exchanging, I was using her clothes, she was using mine. For some reason she kept it. She kept it like a long time. And then it was my time to leave Brazil and go back to Argentina. And I already had gotten this job that I have now in the Bahamas. And I knew that I was going to need a hat here because it is the Bahamas and it's really hot and we always use hats for everyday life. And I didn't have other hats. So at the moment I was like, oh my God, I really want my hat back. I hope Vivi gives me the hat back because I will need it and I don't have any other hat. What can I do? But she never gave me the hat back. And I just kind of said to myself, okay, well, she's been such a good friend and I love her so much, and let's just like let her just keep the hat. Even for me, like, felt a pain. I know it's a small thing, but at the moment it wasn't. At the moment it was like, oh my God, I really want it. And she has it and she's not giving back and I want it, but it's like, no. Let's go and let's make her keep the hat because she's this fabulous person that I adore, and just let her be with the hat. So it's like that was a situation done with open-hearted, with full open heart. A situation coming out of love, totally, totally, and just like letting go without being aware of it. Just like, okay, you keep it, it's fine, don't worry about it. Like, that was like, okay, what I do, I don't know, but just like keep it. So So then when I went back to Argentina, I spent some money in Argentina, and I came here back to work. Back to work now, that was my first time here. So when I came here, of course, the company for working provided me hats, and it provided me many types of hats. So I have like caps, I have like full hats, I have different hats. And then sometimes my coworkers also give me hats. And as I say, in the bingo, I want hats. And I start to have this kind of like different types of hats, but I'm not going aware of it. I super forgot about it. I just was like moving and using and living and working and experiencing life as normally. But at the end of that time when it was time for me to go back to Argentina, I was making my luggage and I was packing my stuff, and I remember opening like my drawers, my shelf where my clothing. And oh my god, I just saw like a ton of hats. I had so many hats. And I was like, wow, I was in shock. It was a few months after the experience with the hats with my friend, but actually I realized, wow, I was worried about this. I detached. And I got so much hats. In fact, I'm choosing what hat I want to keep. The other ones I'm just whatever, giving it away, leave them because it's so many. I had so many. And since that day, I was more aware. But of course, since that situation where I detached from that hat, I always had hats. If I don't have a hat, I don't mind because I know a hat will appear for me. I will appear. And yes, that's what I love, hats. And the last one in the previous video is a leather hat. That's what I bought. I bought it in Argentina. It's a leather hat. It was more expensive, but it's the only thing I would buy is something very rare. I would not ever buy like a simple hat because hats come to me all the time. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, of course I would like this to happen with other stuff. But my feeling with the hats is like, even if I want the hats to don't come to me, they will come. They just will come. It's just like, it's so funny. And I even been swimming and finding hats but new hats, like brand new hats. And it's like, why I should have this experience with other stuff, but for some reason I just, it's always like kind of block, and like the mind is on the way, right? What we want, like a goal, the intention. So I'm experiencing this right now, like wherever is an intention and we do the detachment like to get something from it, that doesn't work. Actually, this actually comes from love, and it has to be like a true detachment. Like a true detachment is a true detachment. It's just let it go. Let it go. And oh my god, that's painful. Let's put it away. It's painful, but it is not. It moves something within. And that is the magic of it. So I really like this experience because when this experience comes to my mind, I have like a clear example of what detachment is. And if things are not happening the way I want them to be, I can see clearly where I'm not detaching. And that's a call out of me. But it is not easy because, as I say, the mind is always on the way, and as human beings, we have this tendency of setting goals and making things done and just achieving. And detachment doesn't work that way. It's something very magical. It's something coming from the other world. It's something that just happens. It just happens, like we don't know why, but it just happens. So, yeah. that's it. So of course, I would love to have this experience with money. I would love to have it, but it still is not happening. I believe it's because our survival puts us every day into like scarcity, and because we need money for eating and for living, our mind is wired constantly in survival, and we are not totally able to detach from it. That's why for me, getting out of survival, getting having like all my basic needs and some extras met, that's actually what can put me into this detached mode with that extra. But yeah, it's a journey, and it's not easy, because also what is our survival? What are our survival needs met? That can be different levels depending on where we are in life or where we're born, how our like lifestyle is. So it's actually, if we have really high standards of the way we want to live, we may never get out of survival, because it's always more and more and more stuff to buy. And maybe for some people, like just being able to fly on a private jet is like their lifestyle, and that is like their basic needs met. So yeah, something that I'm working on, but I'm very aware, and this is part of my journey. As I said yesterday, I modify a little the description of my YouTube channel, of what I want to talk here, and it's actually about expressing my journey and what I'm doing, and just seeing with time stuff come into fruition. All right, so I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up. You can check the description if you like, because I believe that is what I want to do. I want to share my journey, and with time just show my results, my how you say, accomplishments, what I get and what I'm doing, and how I'm experiencing life now at my 40th with the current situation I am. All right, well, see you later. Bye bye.